good Tuesday morning. Hey, I'm glad you tuned back in. And what we started yesterday is getting us prepared all week for this next Sunday, which which is Country Music Sunday or Country Christmas Sunday. And we'll sing Christmas hymns along with Kim Beaney and her band. We wanted you to get to know Kim better this week. We're going to play back one from 2018 when Kim was on this show. She gives great insight both into her struggle in life and God's answer, the tough question, why do bad things happen to good people? A question we often ask, and Kim gives such a great answer by her own life story. I wanted you to see it, and you'll know her when you see her on Sunday singing and leading us in worship. So watch, and it'll bless your life, this testimony. See you tomorrow.
Let me just give you the verse for today. It comes from Matthew chapter 28, verse 20, and it's actually the last words of Jesus recorded in the book of Matthew. And it says, "I am with you always, even to the end of the age." So the Lord doesn't promise that you'll never have struggles and issues, but He does promise to walk through them with you. Well, this morning we have Kim Beaney back. You have another song to share with us, but even as we think about the struggles in life, I know that you've had some struggles, and you're going to share that after the song.
Let's start off with the
Who
song.
wrote this, by the way?
This one was written by a pharmacist photographer. His name was Austin Mills back in 1855.
1855.
Yes, he was in his dark room waiting for his film to develop when the song came to him.
That's awesome.
And the song comes from, he was reading John, and where Mary went and visited the tomb. And that's just...
So it's in the garden.
In the garden, right.
Listen to the lyrics. I really think these are important lyrics.
I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, and the Son of God discloses. And He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks, and the sound of His voice is so sweet, the birds stop their singing, and the melody that He gave to me within my heart is ringing. And He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I'd stay in the garden with Him, though the night around me is falling. But He bids me go through the voice of woe. His voice to me is calling. And He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
It's amazing how a song written 160 years ago can speak to us so well even today. And because the Lord does walk through. And I was talking about challenge, but Kim, you've had a challenge in life. Can you just share with us about that?
Well, sure. I got a challenge back when I was 17 years ago. I'm sorry. I got a challenge at the age of 17, 45
Yes.
years ago, or nearly 45. I was diagnosed with insulin-dependent diabetes. And back then, in those days, the doctor told me that I could expect to live to be 40 years old. He also further said to me, never have kids. In fact, please sterilize yourself. Well, both of which I did not do. And I went on to get married and had my children, and now I have 2 grandchildren.
How many children?
I have 3 children, 1 adopted child, and
Yeah.
I am blessed beyond belief. But my thing is, I get up, get dressed, and get out. I don't let my affliction stop me. You see, diabetes is a disease in which the body is unable to properly utilize sugars and starches needed for normal energy. Without normal energy, you have no will to get up and go. So, I know that God is number one in my life, but I have to tell you, I don't go anywhere without my insulin and sugar and syringes. It's always on me. If I don't take care of myself, then I can't be about my Father's business. I need to put that first in my life. So it's sort of I want to say, what is it, narcissistic when you put yourself first? I have to put myself
not
first,
sure
or
that
I can't be with my God.
Yeah, that's not the actual meaning, because you need to do this so that you can then get on to what's most important.
Thank you, Dad.
You're welcome. The sad part is I probably could be your dad. But anyway, go ahead. Where were we?
You know, I'm reminded in the Bible, Paul in his journey, in his life, he had this affliction that we're not sure what it was. But whatever it was, drew him close to God. He stayed close to God. His affliction caused him to just be on his knees constantly saying, Lord, keep me well and use me. Because there ain't nothing going to get me down. No grave's going to hold this body down.
That's a really good point. That was Paul's answer to that, but it's kind of your answer to it too.
It is. It is, and
I know you've used it. I kind of like Googled your name on well, that's not you. So on YouTube, I put it in, and you have not only some music and so on there, but you have a video that's been watched many. How many?
I
There's
don't know.
many times. And but on that, you want to mention that, or?
Well, I have a couple of different episodes that I call about diabetes. One, I'm just trying to show people what I have to do day to day. I just don't get up and come. I mean, I really have a lot of stuff that I have to do. And at the end of the day, I have to document all of my sugars, my blood sugars, in order to just stay as healthy as I am. And right now, I'm in this diabetic study where they pay me.
No way.
To check my blood sugar 10 times a day. They pay me and they give me all the free drugs. It's like, really? I don't even need to be paid, and I don't want to be paid. I want God to give me the pay. But my other episode is my diabetic friend who suffered 3 kidney pancreas transplants. She suffered her whole life with diabetes. I tried to be her cheerleader, but sometimes you just can't be with somebody who refuses to see God's grace. She thought God cursed her with this disease, and I didn't look at it like that at all. I feel like God gave this to me to draw me close to Him, and I'm pretty close to God.
So if you're struggling with diabetes, for sure you should look, and it's the best way to just go on YouTube, and because that's how I found it. You would be blessed to watch those videos and any others that come up, and you can also just watch her sing too. So anyway, we want to thank you for tuning in. I pray that even the verse that I am with you always, even to the end of the age, will be a blessing for you today in Laguna Woods. Tune back in tomorrow. We have another great show. See you then. God bless.
Come to the Father through Jesus the Son, and give